Hi friends, I am Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you, the beautiful viewer. And today's reading will be about you versus your person. So we'll take a look at where you sit in the connection with the person you've come here about and where your person's sitting mentally, energetically, and all that type of stuff. So we have 3 options to choose from today. Feel free to pause the video and select whichever stone you are intuitively guided towards. Now, unlike some of my other readings, I don't feel as though you're going to hit a point where you're tapping into your own energy. The only thing that might happen is I might be referencing your energy as your person's and vice versa. However, these 3 piles may be energetically on a timeline. So you might have started off in this type of an energy with your person. You might be here or crisscross, or they could be completely separate. But I feel with my readings, somehow piles are energetically connected, which I find very interesting. But anyway, if you're only drawn to one pile, that's a-okay. And like I said, if I do reference your person as your person and it sounds more like your energy, then feel free to interchange them according to whatever's resonating, and as well only take what is resonating. I'm just reading energy for a collective group of people, so if it doesn't sound like something that is in your connection, please don't let it ruin your day. And as usual, I will communicate exactly as I feel it. So sometimes that might come off as something that might not sound all that great. My intention is just to communicate truths. However you take that information and apply it to your situation is between you, spirit, and of course if you're resonating. So if you're not prepared for this reading, then there might be others here for you, but we will take a look at you versus your person, and we'll look at the raw truth. So feel free to pause the video and select from one of these 3 options. We have option number 1, this beautiful deep purple stone here. It does look kind of like amethyst. There is a little bit of rust or some sort of copper in this stone. Absolutely beautiful. And then for option number 2, we have this citrine stone. Gorgeous. And for option number 3, we have this black stone with the brown striations through it. Very cool. I'm not sure what stone this is. So feel free to pause the video, and then the options will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. You'll find the timestamps and it'll take you directly to your pick. I will see you there. Hello, my most beautiful pile number 1. If you pick this purple stone, then pile number 1, this is your reading. We will be taking a look at you versus your person, where you guys are sitting energetically in the connection, how you guys might be marrying each other, or how you guys might be energetically different. So let's take a look. Now, I intended the top pile to be your energy and the bottom pile to be your person. So we will take a look. Now, you can crisscross energies. If your person sounds more like your energy, then that is a-okay. But just so we can maximize space here, I will start with this person's energy, and then we will get into the other person's energy. All right. So for your energy here, I have the snake and the alchemist with the light attribute transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom, and shadow attribute misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Then we have open your heart, set loving boundaries. And we have scry mirror with the number 65. And we have the vessel, 69. And we have sugar, 31. And we have the World card, Archangel Michael, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. Okay, I'm going to just shift these over since we're not reading your person's energy just now. We might have to pull cards to compare at some point, but right now I will start with this energy. So I feel like, again, if this is your energy or person, I will reference this as you. So I feel as though with this energy here, with the snake, there's been a lot of lessons in healing wounds. So it could be wounds that you've carried from the past with this person specifically, or from other situations, relationships, connections that went unhealed that you brought into this connection. I feel as though if you're in a new situation, connection, then this is most likely not your reading. I feel as though this is a connection here that you've learned a lesson for sure with this person. I feel like it is a painful lesson, but I feel as though you were able to, like this is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. I feel as though you're able to transmute whatever lessons you've learned in this connection into something that has helped you to get closer to yourself, that has allowed you to open your heart space more than you have in the past. I also feel as though you're concluding with the World here the major lesson. So if this was a karmic situation with this person, I feel as though you are either coming to a very close finish with that lesson. Okay, so not necessarily that this connection is over, although for some of you guys potentially, because I do feel for some of you guys are no longer in communication here, but I do feel as though with the World here, there is something successful about you learning what you needed to learn in connecting with this person or going through some sort of lesson. And I feel as though you were able to show up and provide exactly what it is that you were needing to provide in a situation here. I feel like you chose the higher ground for the most part here in how you handled yourself. I do feel as though coming from the other side, now we'll see, I haven't looked at your person's yet, but I do feel as though your person might have been a lot in their ego, sacral type energy I'm getting from your person, which caused a lot of darkness or a lot of triggering, which was kind of part of the lesson, part of the healing. Now I know, controversial with twin flame type connections. I'm not talking about somebody who is abusive or who is narcissistic or who causes you pain maliciously with malintent. I feel as though this person's egoic way of being caused you to be very vulnerable, and I feel like for some of you guys, the triggers you were having around this person with these cycles, I don't feel like it lasted very long. I feel like you were able to really take whatever your person was kind of throwing at you, so to speak, or however they were showing up, and you were able to be honest. I feel you're able to be transparent. I feel like you were able to take the energy and again transmute it into something that was either allowing you to heal, allowing you to get wiser, allowing you to understand yourself better. Because I don't feel, oh, and my email just went off, which is usually for me confirmation that we're on something here, or at least on the right track. I do feel as though, yeah, I was going to say when I heard that, that I don't feel as though, when I say the cyclical or the learning of lessons here, I don't feel as though there were many repeated same lessons or cycles. I do feel as though there was a journey here of different things. And I feel like the journey of different things has led to you coming out of a situation more healed, more with an open heart. And I feel like whatever lessons, like I said, with this karmic energy, or at least your karmic lessons that you were contracted here to learn, I feel as though you come out stronger and having successfully accomplished this. I do feel like there was something about this connection that might have been built up or too good to be true, or something about it that maybe too much of it was not good, or at least you realize that maybe whatever this was not for your best interest or your best outcome or the best possible way. So no matter how sweet, or at least how much you might have idolized this energy, this person, maybe the connection or what it is that maybe you envisioned here, I do feel with the sugar here that part of this lesson was you learning that this wasn't all that great, or at least there was a big part of this that wasn't good for you. And I am getting here with the scry mirror that I can't help but feel like your person also came out of this understanding their own karmic lessons. And I do feel like with the alchemist here and then the vessel, almost feel like an energy here of trying to put something in the right ingredient, trying to find the sweet spot or the right thing to do, the right way to be. And then I'm feeling an energy of closed off or no longer investing. So that could certainly be how the connection might have started off. I feel like there's, because I do feel like this is coming from the same person, which I'm reading as you, or maybe you were trying to collaborate, trying to find a happy medium. You were investing a lot of yourself, and then at some point you were guarded and you were feeling maybe really shut out, or almost like this person left you in a vulnerable state and didn't show up or didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I feel like you potentially had to set some boundaries here within this connection. But I do feel like there is a conclusion here of this cycle. And like this card here is saying at the bottom, job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. I feel like you have definitely ascended. Anytime you get closer to understanding yourself and healing any sort of wounds, you ascend. And I do feel like the World card talks about not only is it an end of something, but it is incubation, preparing for the next phase. Same with this snake in shedding skin and then being kind of reborn in a new skin. The vessel has fallen off. I feel like a lot of you guys are now entering this new energy. I feel like this new energy is, I don't know the right word to use it, but I do feel like you guys are taking a step or have stepped into this new energy. And if you haven't, because again, energy is hard to pinpoint timing, that you will be stepping into this newfound energy, newfound strength, a new way of being almost. Okay, so this is what I'm getting for this person. Now let's read, well, this is blended energies, which we'll look at after, but let's read the second person's energy here. So we have Phoenix. Wow. We have Damsel. Light attributes, understanding the nature of healthy romance inspires you to rely on yourself. And the shadow attributes, waiting for a knight to provide for you, seduction by romantic illusion. Look at those two colors. Very fiery. Okay. Unification, aligning with abundance. Gifts to the portal, the number 25. The storm, 47. Iron, 22. And 10 of water. This is the 10 of cups. A contented and rewarding family life. Your emotional and material needs are met. Trustworthy relationships. Okay, let's move this over. So I'm reading this like your person's energy. In fact, what I'm going to do is flip this one over. This is the blended energies that you guys are kind of creating together here. We have fork in the road with 13. Okay, so the fact that we have a 10 here, I do feel like there was an end of a cycle of sorts or a situation here in this connection in which you guys can no longer go back to the way things were or are. In fact, with the fork in the road, I feel as though things are transitioned here with the number 13 represented by the death card in the tarot. It is about now choosing a new way. You can either go this way or that way. And I feel as though there is now a fork in the road in this connection in which options, choices need to be made. Okay, so the Phoenix also talks about a death and a rebirth here. And for this energy that I'm feeling, I feel as though this person, because we're talking about lessons, I feel as though this person, when you met them, they were potentially in a midst of the storm. And I feel as though the storm in their life, now this could be situations around them, circumstances, family life, maybe they were going through a dark night of the soul, experiencing just kind of a shit show of things, circumstances going on around them, and almost like they had no control over themselves, their situation. For some, it could be lifestyle, it could be addictions, it could just be losing a job, or just situations in which they felt they couldn't really control. And I do feel as though with the damsel here, more emphasizing your person's lesson in really recognizing where they are accountable for their own life and where they're accountable and responsible for what they amount to. And I feel like before they met you, this person might have felt like life was happening more to them than them taking control of a situation and making things happen. Almost like someone would come in and solve this for them, or that other people, I'm feeling more other people were to blame or circumstances to blame, but not them being accountable for maybe a series of choices that they made that led them to whatever situation they face. So of course, if you lose your job, I mean, depending what you do, you could be to blame, or things could just happen in such a way, but that you lose your job and had nothing really to do with your actions per se. But I do feel like with this energy here, there was a series of unfortunate events systemically that's been happening to your person that have put them kind of in a shit show situation here, in which they were not really embracing the fact that they had more control over the decisions they were making. And if they wanted things to change for the better here with this 10 of Cups, which is finding their emotional fulfillment. So I think this had a lot to do with them not being emotionally completely fulfilled with how their life was panning out or how things were unfolding here. So they could have been doing very well financially per se, but then in their emotional life, maybe something missing, or yeah, there's something here about emotionally not being able to completely be satisfied within a connection or within other people, within allowing this person to recognize how they could impact other people and how they could bring an energy towards other connections with people in order to contribute to an outcome. So, for example, if they had a series of relationships that kept not lasting, or yeah, I'm getting for a lot of you guys, actually, this energy is maybe this person has experienced connections where they've been heartbroken, abandoned, or faced with the same challenges over and over and over again, in which they felt as though this was happening to them. But I feel as though there was this need for them to recognize that their actions, how they contribute, how they show up, is a reflection of whatever emotional fulfillment they were going to receive in a connection. So I do feel like with this Phoenix here, there was this calling to them to shed old ways of being, and being reborn here as this Phoenix was really having a chance at breathing in new life. Okay, and I do feel like this person felt as though this situation, this connection with you was allowing them this experience to breathe in new life, to experience something different, to really come in as this newborn person. However, I feel as though this person might have been doing the same things as the past. And I feel like this person, with the iron here, I do feel like this person could have potentially been stubborn, but also could have been not easily swayed and just really fixed in how they have become. I do feel like this person could have been very supportive of you, and I do feel like this person's energy, I'm feeling from this card that this person was really determined in having something different here, or having an emotional fulfillment here. And I do get the sense that this person feels as though they were able to contribute consistently to the situation. Aligning with abundance and gifts to the portal. I feel as though this person's energy is almost feeling as though they gave a lot of themselves, or that they received a lot from this connection with the abundance and the gifts to the portal. So it could be like materially or energetically. Yeah, I'm not quite sure this energy I'm feeling from here, but I do feel like this person does feel, because I still feel like this is energy that's going on right now, like this connection allowed them the opportunity to kind of be reborn in a situation that they might have tried at an earlier point in their life that failed. And so I do feel like there was a sense of hope, or a sense of being reborn to try again, although I don't know that this person learned or understood or did anything to recognize that they might be repeating same types of patterns. Now, when you see the Phoenix, everything's burnt to the ground. There's a huge transformation here. So, and a lot of times with the rising of the Phoenix, there is, you know, the death of the ego and all that. Although in your energy here, we were seeing with this vessel, that I do feel like, you know, your person was in this sacral energy, which could be envy, jealousy, yeah, we might have to pull some tarot to get a little clear on what this is. So it could have been that you were confused as well with this person. And it could be that they were also confused with what they wanted for themselves, because the energy I'm getting here is this, you know, transition from allowing themselves to be reborn, to try things in a way that's giving them this hope, this beautiful energy from the phoenix. But then I'm also getting this trying to be doing something that didn't quite work in the past, or not really allow themselves to be flexible to change, still carrying the ideal that things aren't so much their fault, or that they're not the ones that are completely accountable for how things might leave them with a sense of needing more from other people, emotional fulfillment. I am getting that your person does feel as though you're a gift, or this connection was a gift, that there is a lot of abundance to be had in this connection, or that it provided a lot of abundance, or there was a hope and an opportunity for a lot of abundance. They still feel maybe as though there's still potential for abundance here. I feel like this person is very determined. I feel like this person feels as though they've built something here. Maybe they don't recognize where you're kind of at here, because I feel with this energy is pretty much in the done phase. And I feel like with this energy, is, I don't know, I don't feel like there's a doneness about it. But with the 10 here, 10 does speak about something coming to an end. I do feel like there's a fork in the road here, though, for you guys to decide which way this connection could potentially go in the future. Let's pull some tarot so we can get some clarifiers here for specifically your person's energy here. Spirit, can we get some clarification about pile number 1's person and how they're feeling? What's with this unification and the gifts to the portal? Can we get further clarity for pile number 1's person? Thank you. All right. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords, we have the Queen of Wands, we have the Chariot, the 3 of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Okay, so, well, Queen of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, for those of you guys looking for zodiac confirmations. And then we have Pisces, and we also have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the King of Cups. Okay, so 7 of Swords is somebody not being upfront, somebody trying to get away with something self-serving, somebody not being honest, not being truthful about something. Could be deceit. Maybe what I'm picking up here is that although there was, well, let's go through all the cards here. So there is deceit here, flying under the radar. There's a lot of attraction with this Queen of Wands. So I do feel as though, look how similar these cards are here. I do feel as though this could potentially be your energy, or just this is indicating the attraction that this person had towards you. there was definitely attraction here. And it could even be that this person might have chosen someone else over you, not for all of you guys, but I do see with the Chariot moving towards that. Or this person was moving towards something more physical, something more shiny, something more attractive. And I feel like it was at the apparel of this connection, or, you know, them choosing something here that slighted you or didn't allow them to work with you here with this Three of Pentacles. This is working together, collaborating, coming together to build something with another person here. And the King of Cups is someone who is able to be very responsible with emotions, mature, and I feel like what this is saying is maybe your person wasn't able to put their emotions into practice here. They weren't able to put their emotions into making something work here. I feel like your person could have been driving towards, maybe if it was with you, the physical side of this connection more so than trying to manifest something here to ground the connection or emotionally connect. It might have been a little more physical, a little more superficial, but because we do see the Seven of Swords here, there is something about them doing something here underhandedly that I have a feeling you possibly already know about, where they chose either somebody else or something else that was more shiny, something else that potentially was pulling them towards them. Now, because we have gifts to the portal and aligning with abundance, for some of you guys, I feel like energetically your person might have been taking from you. And that's why we have this Seven of Swords, but not necessarily contributing or being able to manifest here something with you and build with you when it comes to emotions and building for this Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. And I do feel like there's a lot of time spent invested here with the gifts to the portal. So maybe you were quite generous with your person, and the aligning with abundance. I don't know that your person was ever really able to line up with that energy. And maybe they blame circumstances and other things, other people. Maybe they felt like they were deserving of your energy here. Yeah, kind of like they were in this energy of, yeah, like they deserved it, or it was something that it was expected, or that sort of a thing. Okay, let's see if we can pull a little bit more here. Pile number one's person. Seven of Swords again. And why I say that this, that you probably know about this deception or them keeping whatever secret or choosing something selfish here is because I feel like with your energy, there was that lesson learned or completed. I do feel like we were talking about here. No, not the sugar. Here, right, with the vessel, where I felt like you were kind of shut out now, or closing them off, because I think you experienced firsthand this Seven of Swords from your person, where they might have self-sabotaged this connection, chose something that was more appealing, someone else that might have been more attractive on the outside. I mean, attraction is definitely subjective, but something like that. let's see, Justice. Okay, so we got Libra showing up. Could be in your birth chart or your person's. The King of Wands coming out now. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and we'll pull one more. The Four of Swords. Healing, reflection, yes. So I feel like your person was in an energy of being a little bit self-serving, okay? But I feel like it wasn't coming from a place of wanting to cause pain to you per se. I feel like this person honestly felt as though it was easier to blame things around them, other people, or what have you, and for them to go after what they want here with the King of Wands. This is a king who's able to monopolize situations and be very driven to act in gaining what it is that he wants. He's very self-driven here, and I feel like maybe this person was very self-focused with the Iron, the Phoenix, very fiery type energy I'm getting here. And I feel like you might have got swept into this person's energetic field, because I do feel like you were somebody who in this connection was quite giving, was showing up here, was quite sweet. You were able to show love, but I felt like you had to set boundaries here with this person, and potentially they were taking. And yeah, I feel like they were taking, but there is this Justice card in the middle, because I feel like this connection was potentially off balance due to this person's selfish ways, the only way I can put it, which has caused either one of you guys or both of you guys to go into this Hermit experience, which is looking inwards and reflecting, healing, recovering from a situation here where things I don't feel panned out in the way both of you guys wanted. Because I do feel like this person was looking for a 10 of Cups situation here that was fulfilling to them. However, maybe your 10 of Cups might have been something different. So I do feel like the state of the connection is having to really reflect and go within and really heal from a situation here in which someone was more in their self-serving type energy here, and quite frankly sabotage this connection. And there's a lot of imbalance here. I do feel like this person though is almost on this determined mission to bring balance. So yeah, I do feel like there's this energy still here, very much alive. And the fact that there's a fork in the road, I do feel like mostly your person feels as though maybe they do have a choice to be made here in this connection with you still. Because we have the two scales here, or at least a choice in how to balance things out in this connection, or that they could balance things out still. And if you are in a period of no contact, because that's what I'm getting from this, I feel like your person is really trying to gather themselves to see what sort of decision they can make to bring balance to a situation, to find this 10 of Cups with you, because I do feel like this person's energy is wanting a 10 of Cups in the situation. Although, to be honest, I don't know that I see that. There was a lot of lessons learned in how they show up, or what they expect here from other people to bring in their happiness, rather than taking accountability for, because I do feel like they've experienced connections in the past that maybe people didn't show up for them, or people might have let them down. They came in with certain expectations here, and I do feel like in this situation you've had to set up a boundary with this person because you also experienced the same burning of this person. I do feel like this person potentially burnt you in some way, Okay, let's see if we can see some more before we wrap up here for the connection overall. Can we see some more? So we have the moon coming out with that 7 of Swords. That is talking about deception. Okay, things maybe not appearing as they are. In the moonlight, things appear one way. A lot of fears, but a lot of deep, deep emotions here, especially with the 10 of Water here. And water does speak of emotions. I do feel like there's this deep emotional connection here. 8 of Cups, walking away. Yeah, I feel like there was definitely some walking away. And I do feel like the first energy I was reading had to walk away, had to leave this situation. Judgment. That's right before the World card. So what I'm feeling here with the 2 major arcana, I feel as though the fear your person could have potentially had here with the moon showing is you leaving or walking away, and them being emotionally unfulfilled, them not getting to their 10 of Cups. And I do feel like there is this judgment that they're having, this realization, this awakening. We saw the Justice card and we're seeing Judgment, which are very similar cards. However, with the Judgment, this is somebody having awareness and accepting their fate and acknowledging maybe where they could have done something different, or that things are how they are, and actually facing reality, you know, whereas the Justice is bringing justice to a situation, apologizing, or bringing things into balance. I feel as though this coming right before the World card, your person is, or this energy is a little bit behind this person's here, where they've learned their lesson. They're in their World energy. They're preparing for a new beginning. They're in a fork in the road, which way they kind of want to go. Whereas this person, I think, is taking what has happened here. There's a lot of fear, and I think a lot of maybe seeing things maybe not clearly as they are or how they appeared, and having to deal with that and having to realize that maybe, yeah, maybe where they thought they were not the problem here, that they weren't responsible or accountable, but believing that that they weren't throughout this connection, or how they showed up here might be an illusion they hung on to, which resulted in someone having to walk away because there was a lack of emotional fulfillment here. And I feel like, yeah, this has triggered this person to have to come into judgment of their own actions, how they could have been maybe responsible for their own actions, how they show up, what they are actually accountable for. And yeah, I do feel like your person is going through that judgment. So let's pull a little bit of Oracle, and then we will wrap up for pile number 1. How is pile number 1's person feeling right now? Love. I do feel that love, comfort. Yeah, there's something here, and then stop. Yeah, I feel like there's something here, which is interesting, because I was telling you I was feeling like these 2 energies where I feel like a lot of love, and this person has a new opportunity, and they felt driven, and they felt, but then there was this indecision, and this like them being their own worst enemy, and them being in their 7 of Swords, and maybe being not seeing things clearly where they're accountable and responsible for. And I feel like this card could be indicative of them being in their comfort zone, because it is a lot more difficult for us to face judgment and awareness and put our hand up in areas where we might have been at fault, or where we could take responsibility and drive our own happiness here. But I feel like your person's energy might have been a fixed type energy, where they were a lot more comfortable engaging in that type of an energy, because I do feel like this has potentially happened to them in the past. Although there is love here, I do feel like this this person feels a great deal of love, and I do feel like this person received a lot of your love. And I think this person enjoyed receiving a lot of your love. But I do feel like what this stop is indicating here is your person needing to really face that judgment, really needing to change how they're showing up and contributing to their 10 of Cups. Because I feel like this person, although they might face this judgment, unless they truly acknowledge where they could change or where they could show up, they don't want to repeat same cycles. So I do feel like both of you guys are kind of at this fork in the road, because your person could potentially have a chance here to really be this phoenix and learn from this and transform and change in a way that doesn't repeat some old behaviors. And I feel like you guys are definitely at a fork in the road, because you've now wrapped up a cycle here in which you've learned a lesson, and you're now taking a step, and for some of you guys have taken a step in a new direction away from this connection as a whole. So I do feel like there's a period of separation here from you guys, and I do sense almost a feeling of in denial, or like this person is still fixated on bringing justice to this situation somehow. All right, and maybe they have an offering here with this gifts to the portal. We were seeing the justice and aligning with abundance. So potentially this person wants to rise up and bring some sort of love, some sort of comfort back to this situation. They may have some plans here for a reconciliation, although I do feel like you guys have closed this out, and I feel like Spirit is saying that, I mean, you guys do what you want, but I feel as though this person has a ways to go before they are should really be allowed to entertain this energy here, because I feel like this energy here is definitely one that had to set a boundary. And seeing the 2 7 of Swords coming out, that I feel like this person has not quite learnt their complete lesson. So we'll see if the judgment does allow them to transition into the world energy. Only you know that. And I wish you guys the very, very best here, you and your person. You guys sound lovely. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 2. If you pick this citrine stone right here, then pile number 2, this is your reading. Now we'll be taking a look at you versus your person, and I pre-shuffled these oracle cards, and I intended for your energy to be on top and then your person to be at the bottom. However, crisscross the energies as you see fit and only take what resonates, okay? And you and your person could certainly be mirroring each other. So, but if I say this is your energy and it sounds more like your person, then just take whatever is resonating, okay? And this is a collective reading, so not everything is going to resonate 100%, but it will be more or less the energies in your connection. So for your energy here, we have Lizard. We have Poet. Light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Shadow attribute turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. And Spiritual awakening, shift or be shifted. And 63 with cast your sacred symbols. The offering, 64. Number 5 with Mars. And number 15, which is the Devil card, Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. Okay. So, like I said, this could be your person's energy, so just crisscross if you need. We'll look at your person's energy after. But with that being said, I will read this as yours. So I feel as though you, as this Lizard, could have been very cautious coming into this connection, and maybe in the type of energy that wasn't always the easiest to read. In fact, I feel like maybe you could have been a little cold or closed off from showing emotions. I feel like with the poet here, I do feel there is a creative, deep, emotional, spiritual energy that I'm picking up here, just in general from this energy from you, but also I feel like from this connection as a whole. I do feel like in this connection, you could have potentially been seeing a lot of synchronicities, a lot of repeating numbers, a lot of maybe your person's name, maybe a lot of, yeah, synchronicities happening after you met your person or right around the time that you met your person here. I do feel like things shifted for you drastically, or could have changed for you drastically in this connection. There's a need here with Mars to speak your truth. So I do feel like your person could have been gifting you the connection, or could have been gifting you an opportunity here to explore something deeper, and you potentially have had a chance to. I don't know that you fully took it with the devil here, because I feel like you could have been very held back, or might still be held back, to express yourself, to go after communicating your true desires, what you really want for yourself, allowing yourself to be very open and clear, because I feel like there's this held backness here. And although I feel like this connection has been very transformative for you, I do feel like you feel this connection is a gift. And I feel like there's something here about you maybe not allowing yourself to accept either this connection, accept your truth, accept allowing yourself to release yourself into the emotional side here of this connection. Allow yourself to dive into any sort of energy here where you might feel like you don't have control over, or something of that nature. Now, I'm getting for some of you guys, this could have been also a pretty volatile connection, where maybe you said things that were hurtful, or did things that were hurtful for a lot of you guys. And I think the pain could have resulted in maybe not doing something more so, not standing up, or not communicating, or not allowing yourself to be receptive here. Taking what's being offered and maybe ignoring it, or treating it in a way that it didn't deserve because you felt you didn't deserve it, or something here where looking a gift horse in the mouth, or yeah, I don't know. Interesting energy. I'm going to pull some tarot just to get some clarity on this energy here before we get into the other person's energy. Spirit, can we get some more about pile number 1, this energy that I'm tapping into? Can we get some clarity around this energy? A false sense of entrapment. Maybe you felt like your person was trying to control you, or you didn't want to be controlled, or something here. And we have all these hands here. Another hand. About controlling a situation. What do we have? We have the 9 of Cups, getting one's wish, getting one's way, being satisfied, self-gratification, maybe at the expense of another. Fool, taking a leap of faith, a new beginning. Ten of Swords, the ending, a painful ending. Let's pull two more. King of Wands, that is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And Seven of Swords, that is deceptive energy. That is somebody maybe being stealth-like or self-serving. With the King of Wands, this is also someone fairly self-serving, because the King of Wands goes after what they want, and they can capitalize on situations in chasing what they need, getting out of a situation what they want, maybe not being upfront, maybe being under the radar, maybe not being very clear. And I do feel like there was a need to go after, a need to maybe be receptive, but I do feel like maybe you did not leap, or you did not trust, or you were skeptical and didn't allow yourself to receive something here, to have a new beginning, to kind of have blind faith or trust, which I feel might have ended, resulted in an ending here, a painful ending in this connection. And maybe you experience a painful ending in a connection here, which was not allowing you to take the leap of faith. So you're kind of more in this Seven of Swords energy and more self-preservation type energy, rather than allowing yourself to receive love or even give love here as an offering. Okay, so this is the energy I'm picking up here for this person. Let's tap into the second person's energy. This is shared energy right here. But let's see. So we have the Wolf. And we have the Queen. Light attributes. Radiates the regal feminine. Uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Shadow attributes. Becomes arrogant when authority is challenged. Controlling and demanding. We have reprogram your soul, release, raise, and reclaim. 34, pink bubble fairy. The kiss with 60. And spring with 17. And the chariots, Archangel Metatron, an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower in public recognition. And then in shared energies, we have to the sea with the number 7, which is also the chariot number. Deep emotions here. Okay, so shared energy with to the sea. I feel like both energies were called to be exploring emotions, exploring the depths of their emotions, allowing themselves to, with their willpower and ability to control themselves and navigate through emotions and feelings, and the depths of what came about in this connection was kind of what the lesson is, or what you guys were both tasked with or are tasked in doing here, because I do feel like this person was almost in this energy of fighting off something here. But this energy here, which is, I'll call this your person. Like I said, you can crisscross if this sounds more like you, but I do feel like this person was very much in a queen energy, which was protective, but very elevated. And I feel like very caring, but I do feel like the lesson here for this person was one of having to figure out how to come out independently on their own. And maybe there was yeah, what I feel, what I'm really seeing here is where this person is at so much now. I feel like this person is at learning how to reprogram something in themselves here, which I feel was a lesson in allowing themselves to be independent, strong, not allow it to change them into someone who is arrogant or cold, but more independent and still loving here, but not completely depending on someone else. I think this lesson here was having to figure out who they are, how they're able to navigate through their emotions. And with the spring here, I do feel like this person is coming into a new version of themselves, a version that I don't think they've experienced in the past. And I feel like there's this really loving energy, but I feel like this person could have at one point been very optimistic and very, yeah, like very optimistic, but almost to their own detriment, or seeing the positive in the situation so much so that they could have been let down multiple times. So they had to allow themselves to recognize that they are the creators of their own happiness, that they can't expect others to bring them happiness. I do feel like there is a genuine love here. I feel like this person is very mature, and I feel like this person is going through their growth of a new them, and a more controlled way or independent way. And I don't feel like this person is release, raise, reclaim. I feel like right now your person might be out of the sea and might have been lost in the sea at some point. And because this is shared energies, I feel like this person is potentially having to be called to see. And when I say to see, is to face their emotions, to actually dive in deep into their heart space, how they feel emotionally, be very honest and look at their emotions. Where I feel is this person's come out of that. I feel like this person is now maybe being called to, at some point, this person's being called to see, so they can see how they have changed, or see how they can navigate themselves through a situation differently than they might have been blind in the past. Yeah, be able to reprogram themselves here with the Chariot and go through what loving another unconditionally might mean, and how they can be independent from another person in bringing their own happiness to themselves. And I feel like there's another chance here for this person to navigate this again. Now, I don't know if this is in this connection. I do feel like it is. So maybe you guys are having a springtime in this connection. Maybe you guys are coming together again. I wasn't getting that so much from this person. I feel like this person might have an opportunity now to speak their truth, or have an opportunity to control something here in which they were held back. Maybe they've had a spiritual awakening here and want to come in with a reconciliation, where they might have been very cold and closed off. They're being called to see here. And I feel like this person has experienced a lesson here where they were needing to really just be independent. Now, I do feel with the wolf and the queen, though, the wolf has the wolf pack that they look after and are protective of. And with the queen here, looking after, protecting others, and the kingdom here. So I do feel like there is a sense of this person still understanding that there is a responsibility, that they have to be respectful of what they've experienced here, of emotions of other people involved, or maybe how they emotionally were expressive of themselves. But I do feel like this is a very mature energy of allowing things to kind of unfold as they do, and just being able to navigate through difficult situations here. I do want to read the pink bubble fairy here just to see if it provides insight. So give me a second. Sometimes reading the card or the book definitions helps provide further insight. So we have 34 and pink bubble fairy. We have some fairies grant wishes, and the pink bubble fairy wants to help you bring all your dreams to life. Inspired by the pink bubble manifestation meditation, this fairy helps carry your wishes in soft pink bubbles to the place in which they can be heard and fulfilled. Hard work is important to accomplishing your desires, but also you have such power within your dreams. The details of how your goals manifest might be somewhat unpredictable, but that is part of releasing your dreams into the hands of the pink bubble fairy. You know your intentions, focus on them deeply, and have trust that in the gentle pink light, they are being heard. Beautiful. So this person has had to release, and I feel like how that was being shown in the cards was this lesson of them having to, at one point, maybe they were lost in the sea, and like I said, they had to find a way of being strong and dependent on their own, that other people weren't gonna rescue them, or that they were the keepers of their own happiness, that they are the only ones that can bring themselves true happiness here. And I feel like that was a lesson of reprogramming their soul and having to release. So I feel like maybe this person expected something from this other person, or had high expectations, or there was this desire here for something, but there is a need to let go of an outcome. And I feel like there has been a letting go of an outcome in order for there to be a new spring here in this person's life, and potentially in this connection, because I do feel like this person might be journeying to see, with more experience under their belt here, and how to navigate differently, whereas this person, I feel his lesson is just to even be authentic with receiving and giving love. But I do feel like with the spiritual awakening, there's been something shaken up here, something here in which this person is given an opportunity to speak their truth and go after and communicate what they believe in, which I don't feel they were doing there with the lizard. Okay, so let's pull a little bit of tarot here just to see if we could see some outcome or something that Spirit wants to communicate. So we have the Eight of Swords. What else do we have here for pile number 2, Spirit? What is pile number 2's connection going through? Anything further? Page of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Five of Wands and Death. Okay, so I feel like there's a message here for, well, for both, but this person here that I was picking up with the lizard, I do feel like this person might have an understanding, a different understanding of where this connection is at, and possibly believe that this person is in some sort of Eight of Swords, which is held back, or at least in a limited type energy. And I am feeling like this Page of Cups is coming from this lizard person and wanting to reconcile or apologize, because this is the apology card. This is love. Pages are communication. So if you are in a period of no contact, there is communication coming from the lizard person here to this wolf person. I don't feel as though this wolf person is in an Eight of Swords type energy, but I feel like the connection overall might be in a limited position. Yes, in a limited position because of the way this lizard person showed up. And I feel like there's an apology owed, or wanting to communicate that they're sorry that this connection was held back in this Eight of Swords type energy. And there is a desire here for a spinning of the wheel to turn in the favor of this connection, for things to get better. This is always, for me, also destiny. When you see the Wheel of Fortune, something destined to happen here. So I do feel like I'm mostly picking up from the lizard person here than I am from this wolf person. That they want a change of direction in this connection, and if they apologize here, because I do feel like this person is wanting to step up and apologize, knowing that maybe they had some fault in this, and that they were very conflicted with the Five of Wands. This is conflict, and this is a challenge here, and I feel like the challenge is are something that has had to transform, that has had to kind of come to an end, that has had to change in order for there to be a change, a spin in the wheel of fortune, and a recognition for there to be an apology. But I am still sensing that this person, this lizard person, is apologizing, but might still be held back in this devil energy. So I don't know that it's the best idea here for this person to step forward with an apology. Although, like I said, for some of them, they might have had a spiritual awakening here in which has enlightened them and allowed them to see things. And unless they're going after and being honest with their voice of what they want, despite it maybe not being what this person wants, I think they got to get very clear before they just apologize. And they might not quite be clear yet. They might still be in this Eight of Swords energy, but the cards are calling for this death, this transformation of this connection here. So let's see if we could see a little bit more insight here before we wrap up for beautiful pile number 2. Can we get some more? Now, if this is the lizard person watching, I mean, if they want to apologize for their behaviors, they could, but I do feel as though unless they've learned something here which is going to allow them to go to sea and review their emotions truthfully, then I don't know that coming forward with an apology is going to do any good. So, Spirit, any advice, any further information for beautiful pile number 2, either the lizard or the wolf person here? What further can you communicate to them? What does the viewer need to hear? We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Ten of Cups. Wow, okay. The Moon. The Queen of Wands, and I'll pull one more. And the Star. Oh, the Moon and the Star. Okay. There is hope here. Okay. And I do feel like you guys are able to manifest, whether you are the lizard person or the wolf. I feel like there is a way to manifest and bring in what you want here with the hope. I do feel like there could be some distance between you guys. Like we were saying, if you guys are in a period of no contact, there could be distance in that way, or physical distance if you guys are not with each other here. But I do feel like what Spirit is highlighting here is there's a need to get very clear with the moon, because seeing things in the moonlight appear different than they do in the daytime here. And I feel like in the moonlight, we're seeing things not very clear. There's confusion. Seven of Cups is also confusion. Muddled thinking, not thinking clearly, too many things going on. It could be fantasy as well. So something fantastical about this connection with 2C, the moon being very deep, deep emotions, the 2C being deep emotions, having to navigate with the Chariot through these emotions. Might have not been very clear. Somebody might have still been in fantasy here. And there's an emphasis on needing to choose wisely, clearly. Okay, so it's difficult because if you're not seeing clearly, you might not choose clearly. But I do feel as though for there to be hope, there needs to be a clear choice made, and not to instill fear, because I don't want to say, well, you only have one choice and that's it. I do feel like if you don't choose correctly, like there's a choice definitely to be had with this Ten of Cups, which is ultimate emotional fulfillment in one of these options. And if you don't choose correctly, you may not experience this Ten of Cups in this connection. So there's a need to choose wisely, to prioritize wisely, to get clear, because I think this can go any which way. And there is a need to get very clear what's true, what emotions are true, what are we seeing clear. Choose wisely for this Ten of Cups. Bring in what you want with this manifestation. This is also attraction. This is being very attracted to someone. I feel as though the lizard is still fairly attracted here to the Queen. Now we're seeing here the Queen of Wands and the Queen. Very attractive, very desirable. We saw the King of Wands. Now we're seeing the Queen of Wands. So that's the counterparts. Divine counterparts. So you guys might be very compatible here. And I do feel with the Star, there is this hope this wish is coming true. I do feel like, I feel as though I'm reading the lizard energy here, or at least advice to this person here in regards to what's going on in this situation. I do feel like there is still hope here, but there is an emphasis on choosing wisely, how you show up, maybe how you're apologizing, if that was something you're wanting to do or communicate, and need to get very clear, face emotions, face the subconscious here, what you're feeling, and being very clear about that. So let's pull some oracles, see if this helps. This is more the energetic mood that you guys might be feeling. We have faith. That's beautiful. That's that star energy. Having faith, trusting the process, and that you're going to choose wisely, and that you have, I feel like I'm talking to this lizard person, but that you have the ability to trust yourself in diving into these emotions where you need to navigate death. There's that death card again that we were seeing, that need to transform, that need to let go of that devil energy, the need for things to change that aren't working, and completely let them go. Let them just transition out in order for things to change, for things to shift. With the spring, it is everything that's old is now done. There's now a new beginning here. And that's the frustration. I do feel like the wolf person could have gone through quite some frustration here and needing to reprogram and release. But I still feel, again, like I'm reading this lizard energy. I feel like there is frustration, mostly with self, and maybe understanding or knowing that they haven't been able to stand in their truth. Maybe they were held back in this devil energy and really allow themselves to make an offering or receive an offering here. And there's a lot of frustration. So Spirit is saying, be patient with yourself, all right? Transformation takes quite some time. The death of old ways takes some time. I mean, spring is a process. Winter's a process, summer's a process. So if you are in the spring, you might be in the winter, you might be in the fall of yourself with the lizard. So you might be frustrated and having to go through these emotions, but have faith in the process, have faith in yourself and your ability to change, and your ability to put an end to anything that isn't serving you, that is causing frustration. Okay, you don't need to completely change who you are, but if there's anything about you that's been revealed in this connection that doesn't allow you to stand in your truth, because that's all what this Mars is about. Okay, somebody who is able to speak up and speak for what they believe in a just way, and being respectful, but also allowing themselves to receive and offer in a giving, loving way, because I don't know that that was how this person was showing up. Okay, so this is what I have for you guys. Beautiful pile number 2. I love you guys very much. I hope this helped. Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear all about it, and I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 3. If you pick this black and brown stone right here, then this is your beautiful reading, and I can't wait to get into it. Thank you so much for joining me today. We will be taking a look at you versus your person. All right, so I intended for you to be on top, your person to be on the bottom. So crisscross the energies as you see fit. If I say this is you, and this sounds more like your person, then do that switch. And of course, only take what resonates. This is a collective reading, so not everything is going to resonate 100%. Don't take my intuition over your intuition. So certainly only take what is fitting for you. All right. So for your energy here, again, if this is your person, crisscross them. But for your energy, we have the horse. Beautiful. Goddess. Light attribute, the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. Shadow attribute, exploitation of the female nature and form. And we have soulmate, clearing core wounds. And number 14, the all-knower. And the mountain with 33. Look at that. 3, 3, soulmate, 33. You guys might be seeing 333. Threes might be significant. That's also a very highly spiritual number with 3. Body, mind, spirit. Okay. And we have, what is this? 41 with the sap of the moon planet. And we have the 2 of earth, which is 2 of pentacles in tarot. This is too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Okay, so we'll read your energy here before we get into your person's. Just for the sake of the table here, and we'll see what we need to clarify with the tarot. So this energy here, your energy, absolutely beautiful, I must admit here. I feel as though there is this highly, highly, highly spiritual way of you connecting energetically to this person. I feel like as a whole, you're a spiritual person for sure, but I feel like with this horse card, empathetically, you're able to tap into how your person is feeling with a knowing here, a psychic knowing. And I feel like you have this ability to really make your person feel at ease. And I do feel as though you bring a certain energy here that's very different. It is very sacred, I feel. It's very pure. And yeah, I feel like it's been a struggle here. I haven't seen your person's energy yet, but I feel like it's been a struggle here in having to maintain the higher ground in this connection. Because I do feel like this connection could have potentially left you feeling at times, why am I choosing this? Or why am I putting myself through this? Or how do I prioritize this in my life? Or how do I continue to allow myself to carry on in this? Because I feel like there were obstacles here. And I feel like when you accomplished or have gone through or resolved an obstacle, another one would appear. So I feel as though this whole connection might have felt like a big challenge at times. Although I do feel like this might have been a very breathtaking type connection, at least the energy I'm picking up here, like something like almost surreal. And I think that it did allow you to tap into a part of yourself that maybe spiritually could have been shut out or not as revealed had you not experienced this connection, or are experiencing this connection, depending if you're still with this person or not. I feel like with this soulmate card here and the clearing core wounds, I do feel like this connection allowed you to bring out a side of you that still needed healing and clearing. Although I do feel like you went into this connection fairly healthy, but I feel like it pushed you and challenged you, or a side of you that I don't feel like you have been exploring in the past, because I don't feel as though you've had a connection that has challenged you in the way that this one has. I do want to read Sap of the Moon Planets just to get more insight. Let's see. Sometimes the book provides further insight that might help us. So we have here Sap of the Moon Planet, nocturnal sacred water of the unconscious. Succus Lunaria is an ancient substance said to be born of water, plant, and moonlight. This elixir develops in the depth of night and is thus a metaphor for the wellspring of unconsciousness. When this alchemical magic is afoot, it's all about dreams. The answer you are seeking will not come from the intellect, nor the opinions of others. It will surface from the depths, as if rising from the ancient waters of your memory. The work is to rest, restore, and awaken your celestial senses. Do this by pausing, by releasing your grip, The sap of the moon planet signifies you are in the deep territory of destiny and the imagination. This is a mythic moment. The dream is waiting to show itself, but awaits your sincere invitation. Ask and rest. All will be revealed. Track your dreams for the next 3 nights. The divine feminine. Okay, so representing the divine feminine. Yeah, with the goddess here, I did feel like this was divine feminine energy, but I do feel like that spiritual connection I was talking about here, and not just, I mean, we have spiritual connection to most people, but I feel as though this is something that is almost very surreal. And I feel like potentially when you met your person here, you instantly could sense how your person was feeling, or a knowing about this person in a way that there's no way that you'd know. Some of you guys might resonate as soulmates instantly, but I do feel like there was a challenge here in having to maintain or prioritize the fact that you had this strong knowing, this strong connection, but also this huge challenge or something here that was in the way. So if it wasn't a bunch of little things, it was like something you couldn't ignore, something you couldn't just bypass here. So these two things, really difficult to coincide together, because a deep sense of love, a deep knowing, and for a lot of you guys, dreaming of, you know, this connection in such a way, but then also maybe having to accept the reality that maybe your person, well, we'll see what their cards are, and for all of you guys could be different, but something about your person was not allowing you to have this full potential of the connection. There was some obstacle here not allowing you guys to realize the full potential. Although, yeah, very frustrating, because with the all-knower here and this horse, I do feel like through dreams, through downloads, through your own sense of being able to spiritually tap into this energy, you could read the situation here in which this connection could have been something unworldly, and may still be. Again, I don't know, but I do feel there is this obstacle here with the mountain. Let's pull some tarot with this energy here, because I am limited in what I'm seeing here for this energy before I tap into the second energy. But Spirit, anything further for this horse person? Sorry, giggled a little there. Horse person sounds so funny. Anything further on this horse person? I just heard Spirit say, nay. I'm not funny. All right, hence why I'm not doing stand-up comedy here on YouTube. Alrighty, what do we have? We have Hermit, Virgo energy. We have the Five of Pentacles. There's that mountain. And we have the Sun. Oh, beautiful. There's that duality again with knowing, and this beautiful, like, Sun is like the most beautiful card in the tarot. This is ultimate joy. This is happiness and pure love and source and brightness and knowing, clarity. Five of Pentacles is like opposite. This is lack. This is being left out in the cold. This is not having enough, not materializing something here. Maybe having the potential to, but not being able to for some reason, okay? And then the Hermit's all about introspection, going within and knowing, being close to source, getting very clear about what one wants, being honest with self, internally recognizing what one needs. So this is this type of an energy here. So we'll see why there's this Five of Pentacles and this mountain. I do feel as though the second person was maybe shutting out this person somehow here, but I do love this Sun energy. This is Leo, and then, like I said, we have Virgo energy here. So let's take a look at the second energy. This is shared energies between both of you guys, but we'll pull this person's energy. Ooh, butterfly. Okay, so we have air energy coming out, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And we have the trickster, light attribute, transcending conventional stuffiness and predictable behavior. Shadow attribute, manipulating others through duplicity. And twin flame, everything is possible. Interesting. You got soulmates, and this energy got twin flame. So I don't know if you guys put labels on this connection. Just quickly, for those of you guys wondering, a soulmate could be any energy that you've contractually negotiated to come into your life to help you learn lessons. I mean, anyone could really be a karmic lesson in life, soulmates, twin flames, or a karmic. But soulmate could certainly be a parent, a sibling, someone in our life that we can easily flow with. Doesn't really allow us to challenge our traumas and push us to our ascension, whereas twin flame energy is that of a challenging connection. And I'm not talking about abusive in any way, but someone's energy in which it triggers the other person and vice versa, because there's mirroring in twin flame to review traumas and to heal through recognizing where someone can personally grow from how they've been, or situations that they might have not have healed from in past lives coming into this life or in this lifetime, and allowing each other to ascend to the greatest version of yourself. So twin flame connections could be very, very, very challenging in the beginning, and of course very rewarding if coming into unity, which doesn't always happen here in a twin flame connection. All right, so we have 42 with be free, do what you love. Butterfly, be free, do what you love. The orphan is number 5. And we have the blue temple with 54. Blue temple. And then Knight of Air. This is the Knight of Swords. Intellect, decisiveness, and idealistic tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to clearly review your options. Creative solutions. Okay, and then I'm going to put the shared energy up as well. Soulmates. Wow, look at that, you guys. Definitely how the cards just came out, because I haven't picked them. I just shuffled and I haven't even looked at them. So soulmates coming out twice, and then twin flames. So definitely a very strong spiritual bond connection with the knowing and the dreams, and yeah, the goddess. Now, I do feel like this person here might be the challenging person. No offense if you're this person here. And I say challenging only because with this trickster card, I feel like there's something about this energy that might be self-sabotaging the connection in a way that is either pushing away this person, either subconsciously sabotaging or purposefully doing it in a way, because I feel like this energy feels almost undeserving in some way. Now, with be free, do what you love, and this butterfly, I feel like there's an energy here with this person that is almost too much of a self-serving type energy at the expense of others. And it's great to be free and do what we love, for sure. But I do feel like there was almost a utilization of this person here with the orphan and this trickster, of depending on this person in a way, whether this person will admit it or not, to provide them with some sort of clarity, some sort of energy that was allowing them to feel love, that was helping them kind of navigate through a situation here. But I don't feel like this energy was one that was putting forward the same energies that they were taking in. And I feel like this person could have been very indecisive in regards to this connection, and maybe not on purpose, but I feel like there inability to stand firm, and their, I call this wishy-washiness, although we do see here be free and this butterfly. I feel like what this is representing in this connection was almost a wishy-washiness of a commitment, but not letting go, because I do feel like this person coming as this orphan card might have had something here to prove to themselves for self-worth, and yeah, and in a way showing up in however they showed up was in a very tricky type energy, because they couldn't possibly come as their highest self when they were feeling maybe unloved or unworthy. And maybe this was the mountain we were seeing here, but there's something about this person's energy here that was not allowing them to be open to receive love in a way that would reciprocate it back. So maybe they took love in and were unable to be clear about allowing it to come out, which could have been very confusing and painful, especially if there's the soulmates here. But with the everything is possible here, I do feel as though there is hope for this person to understand and get clear, and like we see here with the decisiveness in going after what is truth. And I feel like this person might have chased things that were superficial, might have chased things that were not for their highest good, and do what you love. I feel like this person might have done more of what they felt, gratifying in the moment, rather than what was going to do the best for this connection. Let's pull some more cards to see if we could get some more. Spirit, can we get some more for pile number 3's person's energy here? Can we get some clarity, some more around this person's energy? Now, the 7 of Swords came out in both piles, and we're seeing Trickster here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 7 of Swords today. But what do we have? Magician. I'm going to keep this in the reverse, although I was not reading reversals. I do feel there is this Magician in reverse coming out. What else, Spirit? What else for pile number 3's person? More clarity. We have the 6 of Pentacles, also in reverse. The 2 of Cups, beautiful. Oh, look at the lion there, so cute. And the 10 of Swords, it is in reverse. I'm going to keep them as they come out. And one more card. The Lovers. Okay. So you guys could definitely be going through a separation here with the Lovers in reverse. This is the end of a connection here. Although we do have the 2 of Cups upright, because I do feel like there was an opportunity here to give and receive love. And I feel like the giving might have been a challenge here with this person. They might have received, because we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. This is, you know, sometimes we give, sometimes we take, and it's all about yeah, give and take, and equal distribution of energy, of giving. And I feel like this 2 of Cups is showing this beautiful partnership that could have been balanced here, but I do feel like someone on this side was taking, and I do feel like this caused an ending here with the 10 of Swords. This is a painful ending, very painful, and it could have been painful because maybe this person sabotaged in a way, but with it in reverse, there is still a need to let go, or a need to come to terms with the ending of a connection here. And maybe this person's still processing the ending here of a connection. And I do feel like with the Magician in reverse, this is someone who is manipulating things in a way to get what they want. So not necessarily that they're being vindictive, but it's for their own self, whatever's self-serving to them. And I do feel with the Be Free, the Butterfly, and the take, with the Orphan card here, I do feel like this person was not capable of, or felt like they weren't capable of, manifesting something greater here, or showing up in their higher self in order to give and receive love in a balanced way and come into this partnership. So they had this trickster energy about them. This is all about trickster energy. You know, choosing maybe something that seems self-gratifying, but left the other person out in the cold. We were seeing that Five of Pentacles. So let's see if we can see some more about pile number 3's person. Can we get some more here? Some more clarity for pile number 3's person. Anything further, Spirit, for pile number 3's person? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Something definitely destined about this connection with the twin flame, the soulmates. I do feel like there's something here fated. We have the High Priestess in reverse. Yeah, almost denying. This is like hidden truths, but somebody ignoring their intuition. This is like even secrets. But I feel like maybe what's hidden here is that this is a destined connection, and that I feel like this person might have not have been accepting, receptive, or listening to their higher self. We have the Knight of Cups. That's the knight in shining armor coming in with a cup of love, offering love, being able to give love. Queen of Swords in reverse. That's somebody who is quite bitter. Somebody who might have had to put a boundary. Somebody who's very cold. Somebody who might be very, yeah, like cutting words, is probably being very rude. And then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so 2 queens here. Could potentially be that this person might have had another, like a third-party person in their life that they might have chose over this connection. For some of you guys, that might resonate as the Mountain. Okay, so this person couldn't decide and chose someone else who might have been more about physicality than anything else. But if that's not the case, then I do feel like this person was ignoring their intuition with the High Priestess in reverse and offering this cup of love, because I feel they were receptive, or at least taking, but weren't able to step forward with the cup of love to somebody that they felt was very attractive here. This Queen of Wands, this is someone who is attractive, who is desirable, who brings in and manifests what they want. So I do feel like this energy had to put up a boundary, had to be very clear about what they wanted, and potentially cut this person out of their life. So you could have this horse person with that Five of Pentacles cut out this person because this person was unable to step forward with their cup of love, and is now in this more aggressive type energy, because the Queen of Swords in reverse could be a big B, okay? And maybe they're still angry or bitter about something here, about the non-recognition. But I do feel like maybe they should watch pile number 1, because I don't feel like, I don't know, let me see, Goddess, yeah, because I don't feel like this person owes anything to the horse person, and there's a need to understand that they are responsible for their own happiness. Let's see if we could see some more here, maybe some more in regards to this connection as a whole. Maybe an outcome, where it's headed, guidance, something further here for beautiful pile number 3. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. We have the Hierophant in reverse, and we have the 3 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so pages speak of communication. There's a need to communicate what I feel like this butterfly person wants, and what the horse person wants, to communicate what they're driving towards, what they're inspired towards, and to actually put in the energy and the effort here with the 8 of Pentacles in order for things to work out. This is dedicated. This is putting in the time, the energy, the effort, paying attention to the details, putting the work in. And I do feel like with these 3 cards, this is a very heavy energy here, dense energy, overburdened. I feel like in order to come out of a state of burden, There's a need to really look at one's lifestyle here with the Hierophant in reverse. This is like a foolish way of being. This is being hung up on something that doesn't allow us to break free. So we might be foolishly obsessed with being free and non-commitments, that we're foolishly pushing away love or experiencing love on a deep level, and needing to heal from this and come out of a state of Three of Swords, because we were seeing that Ten of Swords, which is the painful ending. Three of Swords is heartache, being separated from those we love. With this in reverse, it could mean having to heal from this heartache, or it could very well be past heartaches that have caused this person's energy to be in this reverse Hierophant, not allowing them to commit, not allowing them to see that maybe they have a foolish hang-up on a lifestyle here that is causing burdens and stress on this situation that is not helping. So I'll ask for a little bit more here before we wrap up and see what Spirit wants to communicate. Final words here for beautiful pile number 3. Anything further for pile number 3? We have the Knight of Wands. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. The Five of Wands in reverse. There's that Eight of Pentacles. Now it's in reverse. And we have the Six of Swords in upright. All right. So, yeah, I feel like there's an energy within this butterfly energy person that in order for them to move forward from pain, from mental situation, there's going to have to be an acknowledgement here. And I do feel like this person is more in a Knight of Wands type energy. And the Knight of Wands is somebody who is very fiery, passionate, but could fizzle out. They're not really looking at bigger picture. They're more just, again, going in, getting what they want out of a situation temporarily. Could be, you know, friends with benefits, or yeah, just kind of more surface type energy. Could be player energy here. And I do feel like Spirit is acknowledging here that there is a challenge here with this Five of Wands. This could be somebody who has inner conflict about commitment, again, because we saw the Hierophant in reverse and now the King of Pentacles, who is very committed, solid, stable. Father energy in reverse. There's a need to be more of a dependable type energy, because the Knight of Wands isn't very dependable when it comes to standing up for others and being solid. They're very self-serving, whereas the King of Pentacles is very solid and committed in reverse. So I feel like there's this self-conflict going on, and the inability to show up, to put in effort, to put in the work, to be dedicated. Both of these cards talk about dedication. This is probably one of the most dedicated cards in the tarot here, with that in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like there's a lack of commitment, there's a lack of focus, a lack of putting in the energy and the inner conflict in doing that. In order for there to be moving out of a transition here, or moving out into a transition of more calm waters, but I think there needs to be recognition here, which I don't feel there is at this time, unfortunately. So let us pull some oracles and then we will wrap up just for the overall energies here. What are we picking up, Spirit? Overall energies for beautiful pile number 3. Anger. Still unresolved anger here with the Orphan card. Just be somebody who is only receptive to receiving. Might not know how to show love. Might still be angry about an ending here. With the Ten of Swords we saw was still reversed. And the heartache with the Three of Swords. There's definitely heartache, separation. So there's some anger here that this person I feel is hanging on to. I do also feel, and which is why I said this person needs to go see pile number 1, that this goddess horse person might still be feeling anger too. Almost like they might feel like there was something owed to them, or that they were balancing out, trying to make a decision and balancing out this connection. So I might be angry, but I do feel as though there's nothing really here to be angry at, although it does need to be working through traumas, which is all about this twin flame type energy and figuring out how to overcome feeling like other people are responsible for our happiness, when in fact we are in control of our own, and that we are worthy of receiving and giving love. Ideation, so definitely putting someone on a pedestal. There could have been a lot of that going on, and I do feel like, I mean, this one had goddess, and I do feel like this person was hanging on to this energy, almost like an ideation of, yeah, that energy that this person couldn't allow to let go. So there's a need to come to terms with reality here. Ghost. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, you might be in no contact, or this could be a connection of the past. And I do feel like maybe you're here just to kind of follow up and see where your person is at, or where you had an experience with someone here and you're following up on, yeah, where they're at. But I do feel like this is something that has ended, is most likely over, and maybe one of you guys ghosted the other here in some way, but it's more of a history here with each other. But there's definitely healing that needs to be done. So I hope this helped, and if you were drawn to any other pile, you can go check that out, and I will see you soon. Bye!